Hello and welcome to Community Chats. I'm your host, Aley Hammer, and today we're joined with Henry Mowat, the CTO from Coates Group. Henry, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you start by telling us a little bit about Coates Group?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Ali. Coates Group is a technology business based out of Sydney that's really been focused on developing technology for the QSR and retail industry. We're really focused on how do we impact customer journeys and make sure that we can deliver personalization back to the customer at the point of purchase.
Awesome. And I'm sure the businesses that you work with are always looking for ways to innovate the customer experience. So how does your business enable your clients to better connect with their customers?
Sure. So our technology platform is called Switchboard, which is our CMS platform, which drives personalized content down to individual customers. And we do that in physical locations. So we're really focused on the in-restaurant experience, the in-retail experience inside of the bricks and mortar environment. And what we really looked at is how do we not just deliver really pretty, good-looking content, but how do we use data and analytics to make sure that we show the right message to the right customer at the right time. And we use that by combining our customers' data as well as external data to bring that journey together so that even if you go into a restaurant or a location, you might not know that the content is slightly tailored, but it's really targeted to the time of the day, the location, and all of those variables to make it more relevant to you as an individual customer.
That's incredible. And I mean, Coates mainly focuses on the digital experience, but how do you incorporate that human element into any of your encounters?
Yeah, it's a really good point. And I think, with what's going on right now with COVID and those things, that human connection and that human touch is so critically important. What we're seeing is that brands and customers are having to respond to changes in their operating models that have flipped things on their heads. And so being able to communicate really effectively and rapidly to customers is really, really important. I think using digital merchandising as a medium allows you to educate customers when they arrive at your location, whether they turn up in a drive-through or they turn up at a store, on not only what they can interact with and what they can purchase, but how to interact. Because the physical interaction that you have to now do inside of a store or a restaurant is completely different to what it was a few months ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so interesting. But where does AWS fit in? How do we come into all of this?
Sure. AWS has been with us on a journey for a fair while. We've been using the AWS stack since we launched Switchboard about 7 or 8 years ago. And we've grown and evolved with AWS as it's grown and evolved. And it's been fantastic. I think AWS provide all of our cloud services, and as AWS has continued to evolve their tool sets in their cloud services, we're continuing to leverage more and more of that stack. And I think what it's allowing us to do is really look at ways to focus on what we're good at, which is influencing the customer journey and not have to worry about servers and backend and infrastructure in those areas. And we've actually seen a heap of value by working really closely with the AWS teams to understand how we can do things better and how we can structure and build our architecture in a more efficient and cohesive manner.
What an awesome partnership. And finally, can you tell us anything exciting that's coming up for Coates Group? Because I feel like you guys are always innovating. So what's next for you?
Yeah, so we're doing some innovation on the cloud side in regards to moving towards the Lambda architecture and really looking at the efficiencies that we can gain from that architecture. And we're really excited about how we can better use the Amazon stack to not only service our scalability, but also increase the cost efficiencies of what we're using from a cloud architecture perspective. From a customer side, we're really looking at how we continue to drive personalization and how that personalized data can leverage a real-time experience from a customer. And so we're looking at ways to identify customers and how we leverage in with mobile technology and other technologies for identification, and then linking into back-end CRMs to make sure that we deliver that targeted personalized content. I think what we'll also see is that in the kiosk space that we also work in, of how we then utilize kiosk and technology to change the way that customers interact when they walk into a restaurant or when they drive through a restaurant.
Really exciting. Henry, thank you so much for being on the show today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Cheers.